Alright, third time's a charm on making this video. I made an entire one and my microphone was on mute the whole time, so hopefully this is the last time I have to do this. I've had a lot of questions regarding keeper valuations and everything, so we're going to kind of go through some examples of what that may look like. So first and foremost, we're going to go over Easy Tiger right here. This is the document that I submitted out, and it has all of our current player rosters for those that didn't already drop players, and their associated keeper values. I also put in some work to make sure that the draft picks owned were up to date before any trades happened leading into the draft. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at Easy Tiger. Easy Tiger has a couple really good options when it comes to keepers. So we're going to say he's going to keep Josh Allen. Josh Allen was drafted in the first round. He was the 101 from that year's draft. So he's right there. And you guys may know that it's draft round -2 if you keep a player throughout the season and you don't drop them. So Josh will be the 110 for Easy Tiger. Now is when it starts to get a little weird when it comes to player selections and their overall valuations. So we're going to fall back onto what draft picks Easy Tiger has. So he had his first round pick, and then he has all of these picks later in the draft. So he has 2 6th round picks. Josh Jacobs was drafted in the 3rd, kept. He would then be a 1st round pick, but since he was selected later in the draft compared to Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs would then slide to the next available pick, which would be 6th round from Homeless Pigeon. So 6th round, well, technically it would be his 6th round pick because it comes first. So this would be Josh Jacobs. Right here. Jackson Smith-Njigba was also selected in the 3rd round, but he was traded, so he's maintaining his 3rd round draft selection as a keeper value. This right here, the reason that he's maintaining a 3rd is to incentivize players to trade as much as possible. I want this league to be active and chaotic, so that is the rationale of players maintaining their draft value based on being traded. So since Easy Tiger already selected his 2nd pick in this draft, which would be Josh Jacobs, his next selection would be all the way over here in the 6th round from Homeless Pigeon, sent to Easy Tiger. So this is saying Homeless Pigeon's 6th round pick is being sent to Easy Tiger. So this would be Jackson Smith-Njigba. The reason Josh Jacobs is going before JSN is because Josh Jacobs was selected at the 3-1. Meanwhile, JSN was selected mid-round of the 3rd. So that's why Josh Jacobs would be slotted in before JSN. Now we're going to go into Big Lisa. He has a couple different opportunities to keep good players for cheap, so we're going to go take a look at him. Let's say he wants to keep George Pickens. He wants to keep, not Trey. He wants to keep Malik Nabers and Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams was selected in the 9th round and traded, so that's why he's maintaining his 9th round draft selection. He owns rounds 1, 2, 3. He doesn't have a 4th. He has 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So Caleb Williams would then get slotted into the 9th round pick. And so George Pickens was selected in the 6th round, but he would be a 4th round keeper because he was never dropped or traded. But since Big Lisa does not have a 4th round pick, he would get slotted into the 5th. However, Malik Nabers was a 2nd round pick, dropped, and then reacquired, which would then make him a 5th round pick. But because Malik Nabers was selected before George Pickens, that means now Malik Nabers will be a 5th round keeper, and then Pickens would be the 6th. There he is. Now we're going to utilize this opportunity to kind of make sense of it. So because again, Malik Nabers was selected in the second, dropped, and then reacquired, he becomes a 5th round pick. George Pickens was selected in the 6th round, kept at a 4th round valuation, but he doesn't have a 4th round valuation. He slides a couple of rounds because of the keeper selection slides. So now we're going to take a look at Homeless Pigeon. Homeless Pigeon may want to keep, let's say, Quinshon Judkins. He purchased him in the 7th. He did not drop or trade him. Quinshon would now be worth a 5th round pick. So Homeless Pigeon has 3 5th round picks. That keeper selection valuation will be based on whichever pick comes first in that round. So Homeless Pigeon, we're going to go to the 5th round, and we're going to go down. It looks like his own pick is the first one because his next ones are 5'10 and 5'11. So then this one would be Quinshon, wherever he is. Slide. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. If you keep a player and you don't drop or trade them, they will slide up 2 rounds. If you acquire a player via waiver wire, they would be a 15th round pick. If you trade a player like JSN, they would maintain that draft valuation. So if he was drafted in the 3rd, he would be a 3rd round valuation. But depending on the draft values or draft picks that you own, that player may slide down. They will never climb up the draft board. They will always slide down. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to reach out and ask. This is our first year going through this, so I totally understand if it doesn't make sense right now, but the more you guys start to play around with it and start to mock draft, and especially once the keepers are finally selected and you guys can mock draft, you'll start to see it makes sense, because then the keepers will be stuck on the draft board and then you can mock around them. So again, hopefully that makes sense. Thank you for your patience. If I need to make any more videos moving forward, I'm happy to. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks again, y'all.